Welcome everybody. This is Anthony, otherwise known as CoolKvothe. If you've been paying attention, you probably are saying, wow, it's been about 2 years since you've come out with a video. And if you were saying that, you'd be right. Um, if you weren't paying attention, like most of you probably weren't, because it's been 2 years, I have not had any time at all in order to be able to do any videos. But thankfully, a friend of mine who I'm going to throw out right now, Hyrule Cheese It, has just kind of given me an idea that it is possible to very easily and simply record PC games as opposed to the normal capture process that I was using before, and do it all through normal streaming software, which is what I'm going to start doing. It actually is very simple, so it's going to make everything a lot easier for me to get these videos taken care of and edited. And first and foremost, I'm going to start with Hearthstone. Now, Hearthstone's a game that I've been playing quite a bit of. Not not a ton. I mean, not like up until Legendary and Ranked, but I've been playing enough of it that I'm familiar with the process, and I can explain my thought processes as I go. Have a couple of decks already kind of panned out, and as we kind of go through the series, I'm hopefully going to progress and become a better player. Now, obviously, going into this, I'm not actually the best, not even close to the best. I have some general knowledge in regards to how to play Hearthstone and how to play games like this in general, but we're going to see how it goes. Essentially, the beginning of the ranked tier, which I'm going to start with ranked right now just to try to do something real quick, but the beginning of the ranked tier is pretty easy. First and foremost, everybody tries ranked, and then they either get a couple wins, feel kind of good about it, get into like the middle tiers, and that's when it gets really tough. There have been 2 different seasons where I've gotten completely stuck around level 10 to 12, can't get past that rank, and I don't know if it's because I'm just not as good, or if it's because my deck building is not as good. I'm not sure if it's decision making on the fly, or if I've just been unlucky, but it does get kind of difficult as we go. So I'm not going to make this like a very serious thing. I just kind of want to play some Hearthstone, hopefully give some of my opinions and advice out there for you guys, and then if you guys feel that there's something that I can improve on, just let me know. I'm always willing to add things to my game. Now, what I'm going to start right now, and as I was saying before, I do have a very specific goal to this video, and that's to get the Pandaria card back. Now, right now they're offering a new back to the playing cards in the game if you can get to level 20. Now, last season, as I said, I was like level 13, or rank 13, whichever one that you're going to go with, and I was able to get down to that point and completely tanked, wasn't able to do anything else, so I stopped, and the season then ended. And when the season ends, instead of starting at the very beginning, they're starting a new thing where they actually will credit you a certain amount of experience and sit you up with a different rank to start. So I started at rank 20. I obviously have 3 stars, so I'm literally 1 rank away from ranking up to 19. Now, I believe that since I'm already ranked 20, I don't have the Pandaren card back because I haven't ranked up yet. So I think if I can get a win here and rank up to 19, I can get the back that I'm looking for. So I have a couple decks here, of course. Some of these are better than others, and some of them are direct copies of other streamers and everything else. So I'm going to actually go with my Legendary Druid, which is probably the best deck that I currently have. It's called the Legendary Druid because I really don't know what else to call it. It essentially is a normal Druid deck that's just chock full of legendaries. It's pretty much the meta for the Druid deck right now, and it's as close to what the pros were using as any deck I have. Most of them are a little less complete, but this one can usually hold its own along with the Warlock deck. So I'm going to try the Legendary Druid deck and see how it goes, and hopefully we can get a win here. Alright, and as we find an opponent, I'm going to quickly turn on some music, and hopefully we can jam out to some old school 90s rock. And I'm doing this for iTunes Radio here. No, I'm not endorsed, but I actually have found that iTunes Radio seems to be comparable, if not better, to Pandora. I haven't been getting really the ads, so that's obviously a plus. And you can still put in any artist or song and get pretty much whatever you want. So I'd recommend it if you have iTunes. Try out iTunes Radio, see how it works.
I must protect the wild.
Alright, so the trick with Druids is that the starting hands can be very good or very bad. Your goal as a Druid is to get past the initial starting hand and get from there to the point where you are you know, in the late game where you can start putting out some of the better cards. So Druid of the Claw is not going to help us at the beginning. Neither is the Sentient Shield Master. Swipe, I'm tempted to keep, because that is a really good card very shortly, and so I'm actually going to keep that card, and I'll keep Loot Hoarder, which is an excellent beginning card, and hopefully we can get another, you know, 2 mana or something like that. Alright, so I got another Loot Hoarder, that's actually really good. Blood Mage Thalnos is potentially good depending on how the situation goes, and obviously I start with the coin. If you're not familiar with that, the second player in this game not only gets a 1-card advantage, but also starts with the coin, which gives you an extra mana crystal, so you can kind of catch up to the fact that the other person's going to have a 1-mana advantage the entire game. Alright, so this is kind of a weird situation, not entirely sure how to proceed here. My guess is the best bet for me is to probably play the coin and then Loot Hoarder, and then next turn I can just play another Loot Hoarder, so I'm going to get 2 card draws out of that. Yeah, that's going to be the best, so I'm gonna do that to start, kind of get that initial first monster advantage on the board. And we're going to end our turn. There's nothing else we can do right now. And we'll see what Chopa over here has got for us. Choppa. Chopa. Alright, 2-2 taunt. Okay. So, as far as this is concerned, I have absolutely no qualms at all about taking out a 2-2 taunt with a 2-1. They're both 2 mana, so it's an even trade, but I get a card out of it, he doesn't. So that's acceptable. And then what I'll do is I'll just summon another Loot Hoarder and end my turn. Let's see what he's got for me now.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, I got a 1-1. So, as far as the 1-1's concerned, I really don't want to attack my, attack the 1-1 with the Loot Hoarder. He's obviously going to do more damage. So I'm going to actually attack directly with Loot Hoarder to start out here. So I'll bank the 2 damage. Now I've got 3 mana to play with. I could Innervate and play Druid of the Claw, which would give me a taunt. But I really don't care if he kills Loot Hoarder, to be completely honest. I just don't want to be the one to attack him without getting any damage in. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to play my Harvest Golem, which is a really good early card because it's going to give me a death rattle of summoning a totally another creature if he decides to pony up and kill it. And then we'll see if he goes the 1-1 to the 2-1 and gives me the extra card draw, which would not be that bad for us either. I think that's going to be the best bet for us, but we're going to see how it goes here. So he's going to play a Wisp, which I really don't see in any deck, and the True Silver Champion, which is the Paladin 4 mana staple. It's great card removal, and basically heals, so it's mostly free. But he's not going to use it to kill any of my minions. Interestingly enough, he's going to go directly for the throat, which is actually not what I expected. But now we're kind of in a spot. So I have 4 mana. What I'm thinking is if I shapeshift, that'll allow me to take out one of his minions. Then I can bank 4 damage. And then I'll have 2 mana left to play with. So maybe I will throw out my Blood Mage Thalnos. Or I could do this for 2 damage, or 4 damage to him and get both of these guys. But I like holding Swipe, I don't like using it. So we're going to do this, because I think this is a better move, to be completely frank with you. So I'm going to do this. Take this guy out. Alright. I'm going to bank the damage. Because he's going to heal for 2 when he attacks us anyway, so we might as well get some damage in there. And then I'm going to throw out Thalnos. And if he just decides to attack Thalnos to get rid of it, because the spell damage kind of gives him a mini taunt, then he's basically wasting an attack on him. So I'll allow that. That's fine. And I'm going to get a card out of it anyway if he attacks him. It's going to be essentially like a Loot Hoarder, a 2 mana for a card draw. So I'm okay with that. If he doesn't do that, then I'll have Swipe and I'll do 2 damage to everybody on the board, which is not horrible either. He's going to Divine Shield and give him +3 attack, which is an interesting strategy. I guess he's just trying to rush as much damage as possible. But he's going to be top decking very shortly, and I do have health in this deck, so I'm not really sure where he's going with it. So obviously I don't want to attack the 5 mana 5/1 again, because that's a horrible idea. Or at least not directly. If I Innervate, I can get to the 7 mana card, which may be the best move. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do swipe directly to him. That's gonna kill him and take off his Divine Shield, which means he's only 4-1, whatever. I'm gonna actually use Thalnos to kill him. Because we no longer need that. Alright, now we got that. And now, we're just going to attack if we use the bank damage. And thank you for noting. So I think that was our best play. And I don't feel bad about leaving the extra mana. Because I'd rather have it and feel like I use my cards, which are the disposable resource, to the best possible ability, than feel like I use the cards, you know, well, or feel like I use the cards badly, but feel like I filled up all the mana. So now we're stuck with 6, and I could throw it on Ragnaros here, and that may be the best bet, but I'm thinking it may not be. If I Wrath, I could kill him with Loot Hoarder. Then I still have 4 mana to play with. I could Innervate and summon Cairn. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with Wrath and deal 3 damage to Lord of the Arena, which I don't actually think is that great of a card. 6 for a 6/5 is a solid number, I suppose, but honestly, there are better cards, I think, like Sunwalker, things like that. I'd rather have the 4/5 with the Guardian, but in either case, that's going to be it for him. And then I'll bank this damage, of course. And then, as I said, I will Innervate, and we'll see Cairn's Bloodhood, who is a pretty difficult card for him to get rid of. So we'll see what he can do now. He only has 3 cards to work with. He has 7 mana, but only 3 cards.
May my ancestors.
Foreign Warrior, Taunt and Rage, a Raging Worgen. Yeah, he's definitely... Alright, so he's just going to town here. He's got the end of the barrel, nothing else left, and this is going to hurt him pretty bad here. So how should I do this? How is the best way to take care of this? So, if I use Starfall, 2 damage to all, let's just do that. Alright, so then they both have Enrage. So then what I can do is I can... I'm definitely not going to attack them directly, so I'll do that. Attack with Cairn Bloodhook, or Cairn Bloodhook. And I'll do the damage, and now it's 16 to 17 essentially. But I have literally all... I have literally all the advantage. So I'd be very surprised if he could pull off a win here. Actually, I'm pretty sure that I could... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could wrap this up very shortly. So, I'm going to actually pull that punch now. And I'm going to... You're done, get Bane Bloodhook, and then we'll see how he can deal with Ragnaros. It was a very cool intro animation, and it'll be 1 Ragnaros Blast from lethal now. And he's top decking, so this is going to be it.
They'll never know.
Nightblade. Alright, so yeah, he is completely done. And it was a good game. I'll play so well played. I was going to show good sportsmanship here. And, you know, it's important not to be a dick. So I'm just going to wrap it up as best I know how. I'll take him out. I'll deal the 2 damage. And then I'll end my turn to allow Ragnaros to get the kill. So that's it. That's how you, I guess how you play a druid in my mediocre way. I'm now level 19 according to the current ranks, so I'm hoping... Is it going to say anything about the Pandaren card back? I'm not seeing anything. So... I don't have it. So I don't know if I'm missing something. Oh well. Anyway, I'm going to look into it, see maybe if I hope I didn't miss it. Maybe I can't get it anymore, but that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the first video back, and you know, hopefully some to come now that I realize that I can actually do this fairly easily. Now, in regards to frequency, no promises on that. More likely, I will record 1 video here and there, and you know, just having fun here and there. But hopefully, you'll like it. It's going to be Hearthstone for now. I might incorporate some other videos. I've been playing not too much on PC recently, but I used to play a lot of League of Legends, so maybe we'll throw some of that in there. I want to try out a couple new games. Smite just came out, and Infinite Crisis, which is the, I believe it's the DC Comics version of League of Legends. And I've also, been planning to try a little Guild Wars 2 and Reaper of Souls, which is the new Diablo 3 expansion. So you might see some other episodes here. My computer's not really that great, so I don't know how many of those I'll actually try. I'm thinking that Diablo might be mediocre to watch for you guys, but we might be able to try some League of Legends or something like that. So in either case, that's it for me. Stay tuned until next time. I hope you enjoyed it, and that's going to be it. Thank you.